Hello, family. Welcome back to the Unscripted Inside podcast, the space where we reflect, where we unpack, where we grow and live out loud. Today's episode is a needed one. It's not about bouncing back from failure, it's not about getting out of the pit. It's about picking yourself up after a rough season. It's about surviving the pedestal because sometimes the greatest test is not failure, the greatest test is favor. And I say sometimes. Today, we'll be talking about something a little more subtle, but just as powerful. How do you stay grounded when things are going well? See, everyone talks about how to survive the struggle, but very few people talk about how to handle the blessings. Let's talk about it. When things go well, we secretly start believing we've arrived. And that's when ego shows up, dressed like confidence, but powered by pride. Here's the problem: you stop listening, you stop learning, you start overestimating your control. Success sometimes doesn't shout, it whispers. It whispers things like, you don't need anybody, you don't need to pray like you used to. You've made it, you can relax. It kind of holds you back sometimes from doing things you used to do prior to you getting there. You start feeling like you do not need the feedbacks, you're an expert. You see, the danger of success isn't always about pride, it's about comfort. You stop doing the things that got you where you are. The hunger tends to fade away. The humility starts to leak. And before we know it, we are floating, not flying, floating detached, overconfident, unanchored. Here's the truth: success doesn't change you, it reveals you. So the real challenge becomes, how do you stay you? When the applause is loud, when the money is flowing in, when you're living la vida loca, and the doors are opening, how do you stay you? You remember the soil, right? It is not just for the fruit. Every tree that is bearing fruit is still rooted in soil. And that soil, as regards to you, is your value, your pain, your process. That's what holds you. So ask yourself, who were you when no one was watching? What kept you going before you got the opportunity? What did you tell yourself in the dark? What are the things that you did? Go back to that, journal it, speak it, build altars in your mind so that when the light is shining, you don't forget the shadows that shaped you. The deeper your success, the more you need to reconnect with your root. Hence why you have to surround yourself with people who are not just impressed with your resume, but people who would encourage you, people that would challenge your decision. Not challenging from a place of bitterness or frustration or what I say, jealousy, but from a place of love. People will keep you human because you don't need the hype. You need honest people around you. Surround yourself who will keep you honest. Not the yes ma'am, yes woman people. No, the real ones. People that will pull you aside and say, hey, I think you're going too far. I think you're moving too fast. Oh, I think you're walking differently this time. Is everything okay? People that will congratulate your win, but also not make you lose yourself. You see, because high, when I say high, I mean up there. It's really a difficult place to be. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're not careful, the higher you go, the harder it is to find people who will tell you the truth. That's why you have to keep those real ones around. You have to keep them close. Old friends, be it mentors, be your partner. People who knew you before the title, people who saw you succeed, who knew the things you did to become successful. Let them speak, let them check you. It's not disrespect, it is protection. Protecting you from losing yourself. Make reflection part of your routine. You see, we reflect when things go wrong, but rarely do we reflect when things go right. Let me tell you about this. Let me use this analogy as a way of explaining. Hopefully, it makes sense to you. You see, there's what we call Agile Scrum. It is pretty much used in product lifecycle or project lifecycle. At the end of every sprint, teams don't just move on. They stop for what we call a retrospective. That's a moment where we look back at what was done, what went well, what didn't we do well, and what can we improve on for the next sprint. That structure for me isn't just for tech teams or product cycle teams. To me, it's powerful for personal growth too, because when things are going well in your life, it's always good to borrow the retrospective mindset. There's a practice. Every time you experience a win, pause and ask, what worked? What could I have done better? Who helped me win? What habits got me here? This pretty much stops you from drifting into ego, and it brings you back to the intention, brings your intention back to the roots. Because success without reflection leads to stagnation, or would I say, leads to destruction. Stay in service. Because the quickest way to stay grounded is to keep serving others. Mentor someone, share your journey, help someone coming from behind. And you might ask me why. Why is because service reminds you that success isn't just about you. Your growth should create room for others to rise. I know what we call that? Legacy. And let's be real, no matter how high you get, someone always needs what you know, what you've been through, what you carry in your spirit. So stay accessible, stay generous, stay kind, keep a sacred routine. Don't let success replace your sacred ritual. If you've prayed before, what stops you from praying now? If you used to journal, why do you have to stop journaling? Those are the things that got you to your destination. If you needed therapy before, you probably still do need therapy now. Because success doesn't cancel out humanity. So keep showing up for your mind, keep showing up for your soul, your emotional wellness. Because success without alignment is just noise. You know, when I say grounded, some persons might think, why should I be grounded? Why should I put myself down that I am here? Being grounded doesn't mean you're small. It doesn't mean being small. It means you're centered. It means you know who you are. Whether you're in a valley or in a mountaintop, it means being the same person behind the scenes and on the stage. It means clapping for yourself and still being able to sit quietly and listen. It means carrying peace that success cannot give and failure cannot take away from you. So how do you stay grounded when things are going well for you? You remember, you reflect, you serve, you stay connected, and you don't have to stop growing. Because at the end of the day, success can be very seasonal or can be seasonal. But character, that's forever. Hopefully this means a lot to you. Hopefully this speaks to you. And if it does, please share with someone who's been winning lately. Remind them to stay rooted. Remind yourself to stay rooted. Keep living. Keep growing. Keep staying unscripted. And until next time, peace. And above all, keep growing and never forget God.